Great.
Why am I going out on dates and they're not calling after the first dates? What should I look for in the dating process? What should I know and ask 30 days after dating them? How do you identify red and green flags? How do I date long distance? And more. Order now Greg Davis's new book, The Do's and Don'ts of Dating, the guide to removing guessing and eliminating the games. Order now at www.gregdavisshow.com. Again, that's gregdavisshow.com. www.gregdavisshow.com. Again, that's gregdavisshow.com.
Of course, it's Claiborne. Of course, it's Claiborne.
Of course. Man, don't sit there act like you don't know what we're talking about. Do I have barbecue sauce in my beard? Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Y'all hold on. Hold on. Let me see. I got a little bit. Good evening, y'all. This is When the Right One Comes. 69 weeks. We're on our way to 70 weeks. The longest running men's show here on social media. I'm going to turn it over to Frank Ray III, and he's going to take us high in this service tonight. He'll tell y'all how to get some more people in the room. It's a great conversation tonight, y'all. Let me make this announcement. As y'all know, I do have a book called The Do's and Don'ts of Dating, but by Christmas, The Do's and Don'ts of Dating, the workbook will be out. It is completed and being printed. And so if you would go, I should have made a special offer tonight for y'all to go and get it, a bundle, but that was over the weekend. But you can go and get The Do's and Don'ts of Dating, the workbook. Read the book and then do the work. Got to do the work, y'all. Got to do the work after you read the book. And it's available. Get the notepad out. Get the notepad out. Also, today is Cyber Monday, and those of you that are influencers and marketeers, you have a brand or a product. Next Tuesday at 7 p.m., I'm having a masterclass for branding and marketing. And we have a branding and marketing company, Connect Brand out of Atlanta. They're going to be with me as I share the things that I do, along with Angelica Williams and Candace, who works as a team with me. And it's $179, but today only for 2 more hours, you can get it for $149. There's a code, and the code is winning. You go to my website, gregdavisshow.com, and the code is winning. And I'm gonna see about us putting the code in for the bundle right quick. Do's and Don'ts of Dating, the book at Frank. You look better. You there? You back to yourself. Do's and Don'ts of Dating and the workbook. So I'll let y'all know. But I turn this part of the service over to Dr. Frank Ray III.
Well, welcome to the show, everybody. We're so glad that you have decided to tune in to, without question, what is the hottest show that you can find on Bill Gates Internet on a Monday night at 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, every Monday. Somebody need to go on mute because y'all making a lot of noise. Every Monday night, we are here. We've been here now for 69 total weeks straight. 69 straight weeks. We've been here, and we've been here because you've been here. So we want to send a shout out to you. Thank you for being a consistent audience. Thank you to our core group of people who always tune in week after week. And to our newcomers, we want to say welcome to you. as well. Dr. Nick, what's up? We see you in the comment section. Angelica, what's up? We see you as well. Everybody in the comment section already interacting. This is a live stream for a reason. We could pre-record it, but we decided to live stream it. Why? Because we like interaction. So we want you to interact with us all night long. We want you to comment in the comment section, and
That's a
then you
good
can help
idea, Frank. That's a good idea. We could have Mondays up. Maybe we'll record on. No, I'm just.
Listen, I need everybody to participate right here. This is part of the worship experience. Now I'm just playing. This is part of the show where all of us can participate. How can you participate? Y'all ask so many good questions. Number one, you can help us reach more people. How can you do that? You can do that by sharing this live. If you see you're on YouTube, so if you see, exit out of that live chat right quick for me, hit that share button. Once you hit that share button, hit copy, go over to your Facebook and place it on your timeline and tell everybody the fellas are live right now. Come on in the room for when the right one comes. We are, of course, the brainchild of the one and only Bishop Gregory Davis. That's the young man with the pretty white beard that just got done talking. Bishop Greg Davis, he's the one that birthed this show, this idea, this concept. When the right one comes was in existence long before this show was, and this show is a byproduct of that. And so we are grateful for him sharing his ideas and his platform with us. He does not have to include us, but he chooses to, and we're grateful for that. Also on the cast, a part of this show is one of the original Christian Kings of Comedy. That's Brother Broderick Rice. Say what's up to the people, Rice.
Listen, what's up, everybody? I'm excited.
And then next to him, we have the bishop from St. Louis, Missouri. Say what's up to the people, Antoine.
Yo, what's up, family?
And then one of our newest comers to the bunch is Joshua Bingham from down south. Say what's up to the people, Josh.
What it do, baby?
And then next to me, we got the one and only the boy from Baltimore is in the house tonight. As always, brother Dwayne Williams. Say what's up to the people, Dwayne Wayne.
What's up, everybody?
And then down below, that's our beloved friend who causes us so much issue, turmoils, and trials every week. We don't know whether he gonna be in space, if he gonna have a baby gap hat on, if his microphone not gonna be working, if his headset not gonna be in tune. We just never know what he's gonna put out the bag on us. But we're so grateful to have him be. It wouldn't be when the right one comes without him. So we're grateful for him. One and only prophet Michael Claiborne. Say what's up to the people, Claiborne.
Only Frank Ray, boy. Only Frank Ray. What's up, people? I'm glad to be in here and direct all of your insults towards Josh. That's all I want y'all to do tonight. Direct all of your insults towards Josh.
And then, nonetheless, behind the scenes, we got the one and only sister Marlinda Henry. She holds it down in the background, and we want you to know that you will get blocked if you get out of hand. This is, you need to understand this part. This is a show where we talk about women and dating from our perspectives. Who are we? We're a bunch of men that just like to keep it real. Despite our occupation, we like to keep it real and relevant and come to you from a unique, or maybe to some of y'all, an ordinary point of view from a man's perspective. Some of us are divorced. Some of us are single. Some of us are only single in the aspect that we're not married on paper, that we indeed do have someone. So that's all of us on this platform tonight. I am Frank Ray III, aka Frankly Speaking. I host my own show every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Central over on my YouTube channel as well. So again, welcome to the show, everybody. I see a bunch of you are on here, but a lot of you have not liked this live video. So right quick, I need everybody to hit that like button. Everybody to hit that like button on the video. That helps our algorithms, that helps us be seen by you, more people on YouTube. So I need everybody to hit that like button over here on YouTube. Come on, run it up right now. Make sure you have shared, put shared in the comment section. Hit that like button now. Also, one last thing, Bishop, before I turn it back over to him, so we can try to get through all of these questions tonight. One more thing. As you're watching the show tonight, take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. You see all of our names in our boxes, all of our Instagram names in our boxes. Take a screenshot and tag us in it. Put it on your stories. Take a screenshot, tag us in it, put it on your stories and say watching the show tonight or whatever you want to say. And let us know that you are tuned in, and we'll be sure to repost it. All right. I'm turning it back over to my uncle, man. Let's get this thing popping tonight. You're on mute still, Bishop.
I'm not on mute. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now. We hear you now.
Yeah.
I didn't even, I don't know. Okay. It came on. Okay. If I was going to, if Frank was going to do icebreaker, this would be the icebreaker tonight. This just popped up. These are not this is not one of the questions, but at what point is your cutoff for a Christmas gift? By what date if they don't get in by? Like for me, if you don't get in by Christmas, ain't no Valentine's gift. Not nothing decent. Y'all looking at me like you're crazy. Y'all don't do gifts. What is the cutoff date for Christmas gifts? Roger.
That's an awesome question. Somebody might think that's petty, but I think like that. Come around here. Now you want to come around. You should have been here before Thanksgiving.
Before Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Bishop, excuse me, gentlemen, unless she does something so unforgettable, so memorable, whatever that is. It could be a prayer. It could be a prayer or a poem. But unless she makes such an impression, Bishop Jackson, Prophet Claiborne, Pastor Frank, Dwayne, unless she does something that makes a major, wonderful impression before Thanksgiving. I know what's going on. This ain't my first rodeo. I'm done. I'm muting.
Hey, Broderick, I'm going to have to disagree with you. You want to know why I disagree with you?
Please.
Because Walgreens is open on December the 25th. You get a Walgreens gift on December 25th.
Almost all the stores is open now. Get later and later, Antoine.
You got all the way up until the time I come to the dinner.
Almost. You're gonna find somebody still open. So they got up until what? Till Christmas, Antoine?
Hey, they got up until I get to the dinner on Christmas, since Walgreens is open.
So if you meet somebody new.
Yeah. Especially if you hit it off real nice. You see what I'm saying? They got gift cards at Walmart. Flowers at the front. Hey, Bishop, they had the flowers at the front.
Twin brother.
For Christmas?
Yeah, he could be my little twin brother, for real.
Yes, sir.
Dwayne, not twin. We wouldn't be.
Somebody say it's the thought that counts.
Dwayne looks like me. I'm sorry, not twin like that, Dwayne. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pick on Dwayne, okay, so we got one saying before Thanksgiving, the other one saying, hey, it don't matter. Dwayne.
Yeah, I don't have a cutoff, Bishop. I will have to agree with this. I think when we talk about in terms of size, I think the size would be different if she's just newly coming in. But I don't have a cutoff because I think it's the gentleman thing to do, you know.
Okay, you don't have a cutoff, Josh.
Man, not name one of us got a cutoff. Name one of you got a cutoff. We ain't got no cutoff. It depends on the woman.
Okay.
Listen, if it's a number one draft pick,
and they come in at the last minute.
Hey,
Christmas
Eve.
What would you say, Dwayne?
I said he right. If it's a number one draft pick,
It's a number one draft pick.
You gonna go. You know what I mean?
You gonna find
Let's not act.
Right.
Who justifies though as a number one draft pick?
I mean the dude. The dude is the way we feel. Yeah. Like if we
I'm saying what justifies them as the number one draft pick.
Oh, I think it's just the way that she makes us feel. How she
There's some women that's your number one draft pick. You know it. You just know the whole package is there. And you just be
But that's
like,
what he asking us. He asking us what
I'm saying what is it? Is it looks? Is it she treats you good?
All of that. All of that.
All of that.
all of it.
All of that.
All of it.
Okay, Frank.
Oh Lord. I'm going on mute.
Yeah, I don't care.
Tennessee.
Christmas gift is not a requirement for me. Yeah, so
So
I don't care.
You don't. I'm saying no. I'm saying no. You got the question wrong. When they come into your life, are you going? At what point did you cut them off for not giving them a Christmas gift? Or
not giving them one.
Yeah, or giving them right. Because I say if you're not in like by a certain time for Valentine's, you might get a little something, but you ain't.
I don't know. I'm the wrong person to ask, Bishop. I'm not a Christmas person in that sense.
Okay.
You don't celebrate Christmas.
Not like that.
What about Valentine's?
Valentine's is a mutual holiday.
Okay.
Yeah. Valentine's is not a woman's holiday. It's a love.
That said, "Man,
it's a love holiday."
Okay.
That's a gender. That's a
gender neutral.
Gender neutral day.
Valentine's Day is gender neutral.
It's a gender neutral day.
Washington.
Y'all hear this because we're gonna cut this clip up because y'all need to make sure y'all hear this on Valentine's Day.
Don't tell the daughters that.
Ooh-wee.
Yes, it's a gender neutral day. It ain't about you, boo boo.
Well,
okay, we talking about Christmas though. We talking about Christmas.
So have you ever felt bad before and you might just meet somebody and you don't think about TJ Carter? All right, TJ, that's a picture there. Doc. Look like a doctor there, Reverend. Yes, sir, Reverend. As Pastor Kelly said, yes, sir, Reverend. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Reverend. Yeah. Josh, you look like one of them memes that we sent out. Them gaps. Same. So have you ever been gotten before? Like, have you ever not planned to get the person and then they go all out for you? Ever been embarrassed before? Let's let the King Kong movie announcer speak tonight because his sound ain't matching up with his mic. It's like a Chinese movie.
Oh,
you Negro.
What are you talking about?
It feel like, say Claiborne, it feel like your voice is laying on us.
Whatever. My voice is not laying on you. Anyhow,
it's better.
Yes.
It's better.
We just want your mic. We just want your mic to match your video quality.
Anyhow,
because
So can you let me get so you can hear me now? So let's go with it while you can hear me.
Yeah, go ahead and lay on us.
Hey.
No, we're not doing no laying on you. That's what for sure. Anyhow, it's never been towards me. It has been the other way around. I have gone out of my way and done more. I'm a giver, man. I love shopping for myself and for my lady. Love it. So, and I'm not a 5 times a year kind of guy. I'll shop just because I thought about you. Like I'll go out. I went out on a Thanksgiving and came back with 10 bags on a Thanksgiving while she was cooking. Like I'm that kind of guy. Like I move.
Wait a minute. What? You went out?
Say it again.
But
went out on
I could let
Thanksgiving,
that
the mall
skip
was
by.
open. I
10
went out on
bags
Thanksgiving.
while
I
she
went
was
out-
cooking on Thanksgiving.
While she was cooking on Thanksgiving, man. I
And
went
so
out to
you
the
ain't
mall.
got 10 bags
10 bags that had stuff in it.
from
Not
where?
Yeah,
10
be
pocketbooks.
careful, John. You be careful because
Who's
he said 10 bags.
Yeah,
10
hey, we was
pocketbooks.
thinking like 10 grand. Is that 10 grand, 10 bags?
No,
10 grand?
well, y'all got drug issues, but I'm not talking about that. We're talking
You
about.
said we got dirty.
And if it was 10 bags, but hey, listen, AJ, even if it was 10 bags, she wouldn't have been complaining about that either. Okay,
That sounds like who was cooking?
okay, but
That's what
What
I want to
was
know.
she cooking?
Who was cooking?
I don't wait to those special days, Christmas, Valentine's, birthday, Mother's Day. I give all year long. Don't be no hater, brother. You just need to be a participator and get my book and follow the rules. How to do
Ooh,
the game.
nice
You know what I mean?
segue.
Let me help you out. Okay. So
All right,
anyhow,
Teresa.
it's all year long. It's all year long. So that's what I do. So no, it's never been where they outdone me, Bishop. So far, it has never been that case so far.
Cap.
Anybody else?
No cap here, brother. I'm a lover.
Hey, Claiborne, somebody asked what was in the bag. I know it's none of their business.
It ain't none of their business, but shoes, clothes, jewelry. I was just flowing.
Wow.
Flowing, huh?
Yeah, I was just flowing.
Trick.
If
Your
you're
DM will be
a
full.
good woman to me, you best believe I'm like Bishop. I will spoil you.
So
You
she
bet
earned
you
it.
will.
It wasn't like you just met her. She earned it.
No, she was in a relationship. She earned it. That particular young lady, yes.
Okay, so this not just no fly
Well, the
by
random
night.
person have gotten some nice stuff. I mean, if I just met you, it ain't a whole lot of stuff, but it depends on. I think I brought someone birthday, AJ. It was the weekend. I met them like that Sunday and that weekend, and it was the first time I was taking them out, and I brought them something that was really nice. So it don't matter.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
So hold up, you met him. You met him on Sunday, and by the weekend you was buying gifts.
Well, I took her out to dinner, and I brought a gift with me because it was her birthday that weekend.
Oh, okay.
What?
But that's not who you brought the 10 bags to.
No, I've done that for more than other women. I love to shop, man. I love to shop.
Yeah, y'all know what that means, fellas.
What does that mean, Amingo?
She threw that sweet nectar on him.
No, if you're my woman, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna spoil you. I love to shop, so it ain't about that either. Bingo.
What it sound like to me, Claiborne?
I know because that's the way you think.
Okay.
She put a spell on you.
So has anybody been like given a gift and you hadn't planned to give that person a gift and had to do something at the last minute? Just say yes, no. Yes.
Yes.
Frank, we already know. No, you ain't gonna get none of it to get you something.
Yeah, I don't feel
Frank,
obligated to get you something just because you got
We
me
know.
something.
We know, Frank.
Frank, trust me, we know. It's certain questions we know already. And anybody else other than Dwayne? No? Okay. All right. First question for the night. Should marriage license, we're having some fun, have expiration dates on them? If so, when should they expire?
Yikes.
A year, 2 years, 5 years?
Repeat that again, Bishop. It's certain.
I think everybody else heard it, but for
Let's repeat it again.
for the hearing impaired.
Yes, repeat it in sign language. That's a shame, Bishop. That is a
Should
shame.
marriage license, this is especially for Claiborne, have expiration dates on them? If so, when should they expire? A year, 2 years, 5 years? Just a little fun, Claiborne.
I'm confused.
It was a simple question, oh.
Nigga, how you confused?
Y'all answer the question then.
No, the bishop asked you.
Ask you.
No, there should be no expiration.
No, we can come to him. He needs to get his
He said no already. He said no expiration.
There should be no expiration. No.
Okay, Dwayne.
I'm gonna follow him today and say no.
Ooh.
No expiration.
I think it should be reevaluated every 5 to 7 years.
Oh, I love this dude, Frank. I love you. I love you, my dog.
I think the younger you are, like if I was over marriages in America, the younger you are, the quicker your renewal time comes. If that makes sense. So you get married in your early 20s, I think like probably every 3 years, there should be an evaluation to see if you want to stay in this. If you get married in your 40s, maybe every 5 to 7 years.
Prophet Shaniqua says, yes, every year renewal.
My God.
What?
Every year. Jesus. Every year.
You got 12 months.
No, Shanika, you need to just keep dating.
You need to get.
You just keep dating. Be a serial.
If you getting a renewal every year, what's going on in the renewal? Like what's like is it up for grabs?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's up for grabs.
Yes. Do we want to stay in this?
We want to stay together.
Are you
That's crazy.
Are you pleasant? Are you pleasant to my commitment?
Are you happy with me?
Am I happy with you?
Yeah.
What you got, Bingham? What you got? You holding back? What you got?
Man, that's a tough one. I've been trying to toss that in my head. I am a fan of some type of reevaluation. I don't know how frequent, but people change. So I do believe I'm a fan of having the conversation of, hey, you still want to do this? You sure? You know?
See, Bingham, the problem is people get comfortable when they ain't faced with no pressure. When people feel like they got you, they treat you any kind of way. Their willingness becomes lackadaisical because they feel like they got you. So with the element thrown in there of we know an evaluation is coming up to see if we want to stay in this, then I think your freshness, your commitment, your willingness stays there. It's like kind of like your evaluation for a raise is coming up on your job. You know you're gonna do everything if you care about that job, if you want that job, then you're gonna do everything in your power to prove you're worthy for their raise. I think a lot of times what happens is in marriages, we get to a point where we no longer feel like we have to prove that we're worthy.
Now, you know what? To your point, Frank, and I like what everyone has said because this is unconventional thinking. I do believe people get comfortable. I mean, they get comfortable in regular relationships, not to mention marriages. And then they'll say, well, till death do you part. That ain't even in the Bible.
But do we really want the person that we decided to do life with to always be in the position where they feel like they have to win us over and over again?
Thank you.
It's happening anyway. It's happening anyway.
Yeah, but you ain't putting it as a standard.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go with Shanika. 364 days. You sweating on the 365th day because you don't know what that person. Now suppose you want to stay, but here they is in their 365 days and saying,
then let them go.
No, man. That's
well, you know
crazy.
the women.
I don't want that kind of pressure. If you tell me that from the door, we not getting married.
Well, you know the women really won't be advocates for this because
you had a few that was.
You got a lot of women that is though, Bingham. Believe it or not.
No,
I think they lying though, Bingham.
Yeah, because if you give us that out if you want to.
Come on, Bingham.
It's gonna be a whole lot of men
in 12 months.
Hey, it's gonna be a whole lot of men. I'm done. I'm good. Listen,
Bingo.
Hey, Bishop. Hey, this what I think.
Bingo, you said it.
I actually agree with Frank. And I think that the way I agree with it is an if. I got two ifs. Number one is somebody outside of the marriage that actually determines if you have kept with what you agreed to get into the marriage. So if this happens, then it's somebody that's outside of the marriage that says this is what y'all actually agreed upon. This is why I love subjectivity in relationships. What did we agree on? And so that means there's somebody outside of us that looked at what we agreed on and they determined that if we kept it or not. That's the only way I would say, yeah, if.
Yeah, I can feel you on that.
Oh, okay, wait.
This is first of all, Claiborne, let me stop you right there. This is all theoretical.
Right,
I'm here
this
with
is
the
a theory.
theoretical.
Right.
Okay,
Because your blood pressure going up and you over there about to die.
This is my theory. There should be nothing that should put that kind of pressure in marriage.
That you a lie.
There should be because
why not?
Why not?
You a lie.
Something that Bingham said. Here's what you said. Something that should be happening all the time anyway. There should be checks in relationship while y'all together all the time. Anyway,
you don't have checks, man.
Okay, and here's the problem, and I teach this in coaching. Where is it that you missed that your person had checked out? Where is it? Because guarantee you will start seeing some things that you ignored. You will start seeing some things that you won't address. But if you are doing this throughout the whole time, then you'll know if this relationship is going somewhere. I am guilty of ignoring some things that was happening. I ignored them, and then they became bigger fires when I should have got them when they were smoke and small fires in the beginning. But we let it go by. We don't address it. We sweep it under the rug. We put it on the back burner. And I always say anything you put on the back burner is still on the stove, and you're gonna have to eventually address it. If you put it under the rug, you're gonna have to really address it because you're gonna fall over it. All I'm saying is that I never want to feel like that while I am going to continue to show you that I love you, continue to show you that I want to be in this marriage, but that when you put that consistent pressure that in 6 months, I'm going to check you, in a year, then we focus it on to the wrong thing instead of what we're building as a husband and a wife team. Why we're not focusing on that part, rather than not you're going to be happy with me in a year or in 4 years. I think, Frank, you said something different in terms of the time frame. We were only saying a year because Shanika said it, but you said something different. Go ahead, sir.
Here's what's crazy, Claiborne. Whether spoken or unspoken, that pressure is there.
Yes, sir.
Especially in 2021, whether we want to admit it or not, the element of social media has made everyone and everything so accessible to us that pressure, whether we want to speak it or not speak it, is there every day of your relationship. Every day. Every day your woman can get an inbox from a man. Every day she can post a story and somebody can jump in her inbox. So whether we want to admit it or not, that pressure is there. So I don't mind the pressure because it puts I feel like it will put everybody in a position where you stop focusing so much on what that person is doing for you rather than what you're doing for that person. So it puts you in a position of constant desiring to serve because you're focused on, I want to continually make sure this person is good with me.
Okay, now suppose you're doing that. And then she turns around and says, and you think you're doing all that you're supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
And she turns around on y'all renewal conversation and says to you, I ain't feeling it.
Bye.
I've done. I can have a clear conscience in that and be secure in that I did all that I could do. And if all that I can do is not enough for you, then see you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile.
Y'all got too many easy outs for me. So okay,
I don't know, man. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence with this, Bishop. Listen. I ain't never been so much on the fence since Humpty Dumpty on this one. Listen, I'm on the wall because I'm seeing the benefit of what Frank is saying. But man, do I really want to I mean, we might as well not take vows. Like, we just might as well just sign some paperwork and say, hey, this is. We might as well sign
that
a
ain't in the
contract.
scripture no way. So, I mean, we might as well not.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm thinking we might as well sign a contract. We might as well sign
I love that. I love that.
No, listen. We might as well sign a 5-year contract.
You said it better than I did, but that's what I was trying to say. But you see,
no, that's what I'm saying. Because I
mean, but that's what it was.
Let's be honest. Most marriages now are 5-year contracts.
Right, but I'm saying you want the mentality of what Frank is saying. Like you want somebody to be continually trying their best to put their best foot forward in the relationship, in the marriage. Right. So what I'm saying is my happy medium to this is to have it to where that instead of them vows, you're literally signing a 5-year contract. But my problem with that is, fellas.
But Bingham, it was a contract.
It's a catch. Yeah, it is. But it's a catch-22 though. Like it is dangerous, I think, to make it transactional.
But that's what it was.
Like, yeah, but it's like, do we have to make it purely transactional? Every bit of it transactional?
It was partnership. That's what it. I mean, remember, this marriage was about business.
Yes, but listen, I shy away from making it. Because what if your partner what if you're in that 5 years, Frank? Last 2 years they're in the rough season.
See,
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like they have a bad 2 years.
You have a bad 2 years or 3.
The difficulty with us accepting this as Americans is that our ideal of marriage is so far away from what it was in the Bible and what it was in ancient times that now we marry for love and we marry for how we feel about somebody and how we care about them. That the reality is, if we want to go back to the original of what most people got married for, it had nothing to do with love. Let's just, let's just be honest about it. So if we're marrying now off love and how we feel, your feelings change every 5 to 7 years anyway.
But that's dangerous, though.
It can be dangerous. It can be lethal. It can
and
be.
If you go off the contract now, Frank, if you go off the contract, if we're gonna do it old style, there's a whole lot of Bible stuff that we don't do because you got to pay the family to get their daughter.
Absolutely.
Okay? You had to bring but let's
was that the other way around? Did her family have to bring a dowry?
The family brought a dowry, but you brought a dowry too to get their daughter. Remember now, Abraham sends his servants to go get Rachel with a dowry. And then they come back with other stuff from the camel, but it was also sent to go get it. So here's the thing that I struggle with that is, Frank, while I like to dismiss some things, we gotta be, the reality is that we don't live in India, we don't live in Africa, we don't live in Jamaica, we live here in America, and we can't dismiss everything. And I understand the Bible, I get what you're saying, but I'm with Bingo. I don't know if I want to put my spouse I just think it's an easy out, it's an easy exit. And that's the problem with today's marriages, is that we have divorce as the green sign in front of us. Get off here all the time. And if that is the easiest route all the time, then why get married? If you can do that, if you want to do that, if you want to keep that on the table, I tell every couple, when you get married, take divorce off the table. Does it happen? Yes, but you should not come into the marriage with that, because if you're going to do that, then why get married?
Well, I got one thing to say. Hey, let me say one thing, Broderick. I think the thing that I think about with contracts, though, is contracts have never been easy to get out of. My student loan company let me out of this contract. Nobody's.
Yeah, but marriage is different than your student loan.
Nobody is assuming that having a contract would make it easy to get out of the relationship. You know what I'm saying? And since we're talking, hypothetical. The standpoint would be, well, what is in the contract and what did we agree to? And did we mutually agree to in the contract that is somebody else that holds us responsible to it?
Well, so one of the areas was forsaking all others, death do your part. That's in the Bible. That's what. No, when you talking Bible, you said contract. Because
how do you
reconcile? We throwing them vows out the window.
Yeah, that's
you
trash.
how do you reconcile that with husbands?
Love your
wives.
Yeah.
As Christ
contracted the church.
He did not contract the church.
You got a whole document.
That's the whole thing about covenant.
Hold up. I'm saying as Christ.
You got a whole document that's a contract. What you talking about?
And gave his life. That's why I'm on the fence.
Based on words he put on paper as a contract.
He gave
I'm just saying how do we reconcile love your wife
to
death? Christ.
And that meant to death.
Well,
I'm just saying, fellas.
What type of death? What type of death?
Somebody just put in the comments that I think is so honest. There's a difference between covenant versus contracts. So I think covenant is different. I would agree if I could chime in. I think covenant is different than contracts. I think this is what I argued in Bishop Room the other day about time frames when we were talking about the topic the other day, Bishop. And Claiborne hit it on the head. We're in America, and I think we oftentimes say, when in Rome, do what the Romans do. So in America, we got to live underneath of America's laws and government. And so I think I hear Frank and I hear Antoine's point very, 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 very well. Even Broderick's point very well. But I think in this, I'm going to be on the fence because then we have so many B clauses because we are Bible believers. We all have so many B clauses that come and kind of bring us back into this other piece. So I don't really have an answer for it.
I ain't on the fence no more, Dwayne.
Yeah,
I ain't on the fence no more.
Which way you going, Bigum?
We don't even want to get into this argument of covenant biblically because let's consider that covenant means there has to be shedding of blood. Shedding of blood happened during the consummation of marriage, which made it a covenant. Most people now don't have no blood to shed because it's already gone because they already
agree with you.
Somebody else. So let's not even go into conversation about a covenant, brother.
Agree with you.
Well, look here, Bible reader. I'm just gonna say this, Bishop. I don't want, because I'm thinking about me. I want to marry a woman that still chooses me at my worst. And you don't have to choose me at my worst forever, right? I don't want her to be miserable, right? But I at least want her to give me the grace to go through a storm, to go through a season where I ain't got my mind together, go through a season where if my money dip or I lose my business. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking of the stuff that could go wrong. And I'm like, I wouldn't want to be in a marriage where that any simple thing gives somebody the easy way out. Even though we know that people do it all, anyway, right? We know that. But I'm just saying, like, for my mindset, I want you to choose me and give me the grace even at my worst for a season. I don't want you to be miserable forever. I don't want you to, be depressed and suicidal, but at least for a storm, allow me the grace to come through it and not hop off of it. Listen to me. We don't want to be in a situation where we just hopping off the ship.
But Bingham,
when the ship get rocky.
Hey, but Bingham, nobody is saying that in the contract. So we're talking hypothetical. Nobody's saying that in the contract. Because just because the relationship is bad that you get out of the marriage.
That's why we got to
say
how long should a rough patch be allowed to last?
No, that's why Antoine is saying that's why you just stipulate what's in the contract. Because what it was sounding like is that if the grits ain't right,
don't feel it.
No.
That's not what a contract does. They still cover my student loans, even if I ain't got the money. I'm still under the contract.
What it sounds like is Frank is saying. Frank was saying earlier. Until I heard her right. Until I heard you right, Frank. It was like, dang, if them beans ain't hitting just right,
ain't nobody talked about no beans, no grits, no eggs. No bacon, no nothing. Cut it out. This is good, though. This is good.
Yeah, that the beauty of the question is the consideration, because I believe you hear people say it. You may not think about it. They say, well, I'm gonna get married, I'm gonna settle down. And that's just what they do. They settle down. No more effort, no more work. They gain all the weight back. They're lazy, don't want to work out, don't want to really build. They just want to be comfortable, lay on you like you a sofa.
Because let's be honest, we've all seen.
Frank, what you putting in the contract, Frank?
That's what I was going to ask AJ.
We've all
Frank,
seen.
what you put there?
Hold on. Listen, we've all seen women who they gain this love weight, right?
Yeah,
this
come
love
on,
weight.
Come on.
But then
get us canceled, Frank.
Let them break up. When they break up, they start going to the gym.
Yeah.
They start looking their best. They define this. Like, why? Because they trying to get get somebody else.
Yeah.
Only to repeat the same cycle. Because there's no what we're too comfortable with the idea of once I have someone,
come on,
that I no longer have to work on myself or work on you in the right ways. We see it over and over again. Be real, Bingham. We see it over and over again. How many men have you talked to that say, man, once I got married, she changed?
All the time. We hear it all the time.
But then they turn around and say the same thing about us too.
I was going to say,
yeah, of course. But this is from a man's perspective. So bless y'all.
I'm just saying that's true, Frank. Because when you go to talk about their weight, they can say the same thing about us. When you go talk about want to have sex with them, they can say the same thing about us.
Grace, but this is from a man's perspective.
But
Grace.
they do. But Frank, to your point, the daughters, when they get married, they do be doing a whole lot of sex fishing.
What?
It's what?
Sex fishing. Like catfishing. Like catfishing, but sex fishing.
Oh, you mean a baiting.
The bait and switch. The bait and switch.
Real quick, Bishop, before I know we're getting ready to move to the next one, but it's a lot of people on here, but we don't have a lot of likes on this video. So I need everybody again. If you have not liked
again too. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we only got 9, Frank. Yeah, we got a boost.
No, I see 47 likes, but it's way more on here. It's quadruple of that on here. So I need everybody to hit that like button. Exit out of the live chat right quick. Hit that like button. Also, if you're just coming on and you've yet to share this conversation. It's hot, it's juicy, it's been amazing already, and we still got a bit of a ways to go. We're about halfway done, so we got still a bit of a ways to go. So hit that share button. Make sure you hit share, hit that copy, go over to your Facebook page, put it on your timeline, let everybody know we're live, or just take a screenshot of us and place it on your Instagram story and tell everybody to come on in. Place the link in there. You can place the link as well on your IG story. So, all right, Bishop.
It's 220 people right now, so it should be 220 likes, y'all. Y'all Absolutely. Like it. That's the least you could do of 69 weeks. On Bill Gates' internet.
Right.
Yes, sir.
I thought it was Al Gore in there.
Josh, you always got to go on me.
Yeah, Al Gore, he ain't stunned by internet. He climate control right
climate control now.
So bait and switch is real. Don't tell a man that you're gonna do a certain thing and then switch, and then you want to know why I don't know if I want to say that. He looking other places because you ain't doing what he like. If he tell you that's what he like, if he like fellatio, then that's what you give him. And don't switch after you get him. Then I ain't gonna go that far. You
mouth get
Bishop,
tied.
you're helping people on
hair tied up now. You didn't tie your hair before then. You didn't.
Did Frank say I ain't even gonna touch that?
No, just move on.
Jaws getting weak.
He said mouth got tired.
Why you ain't gonna touch that? That's something you say, Josh.
Jaws get weak.
Jaws get weak.
Knees lock up.
Oh Lord, it's a little early. So
it's too early. I'm
Okay,
just
speaking of which, question number 2. What keeps a man aroused in a relationship outside of intimacy? What keeps a man, AJ, aroused? Lord, I can't think of one thing. No, what keeps a man aroused outside of not much?
Are you
Clean house.
are you okay? Are you making a differentiation between sex and intimacy, Bishop?
Oh, it's all this one technical Negro.
Bishop,
Broderick, for you to be a comedian, you're too intelligent. I
it's Bishop Jackson's fault.
I would say, look, I would say,
Is your name Bishop AJ?
What'd you say, Bishop?
anyhow.
I said Bishop AJ. But go
No,
ahead.
what'd you say, Bishop?
The shade is real.
Yes, sir. Tracy
Go ahead,
Ellis
AJ.
Ross. My God.
If
Tracy Ellis Ross.
let's say sex.
Okay. Let's see here. Outside of sexuality, the way she dresses, that layering of that perfume. Yes. The way she keeps herself manicured. Come on, keep those hands and feet done, ladies, all year round. Her attitude is everything. How she keeps her car is everything. John Higgins, let me tell you something right
I
now.
was waiting for it.
Baby, there's something sexy about a
Let
woman
them
that know
turn
how to
him
keep her stuff maintained. You know what I'm saying? All the way around.
Waiting.
It's plenty of things, Bishop, but I say her chillness. Like if a woman can allow you to be honest with her and she's chill about what you say to her, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Broderick.
I could go right along with Bishop Jackson. Attitude. Now, you know, it's always that Bishop Davis, I love you. Heels, pearls, all the feminine things. Without touching me, you know, that perfume and lotion, you know, those key things. And please be light. Don't be. I know you just said I'm being too technical to be a comedian, but I love a woman who knows how to. You better laugh at my jokes. How about that? Laugh at my jokes. Thank you, Bishop.
You had an attitude behind
I
that.
do. Listen, I've had women. I like them too. Sure hated to see them go, but I tell a joke and they gonna be all quiet. You know, kind of like
It ain't funny.
Oh, that's too important to me. 35 years invested? No, you better laugh at my jokes.
All right. Josh.
This is so something non-sexual, right? That keeps us
that's
around.
hard for you.
The way she talks to me.
Try to find something. You want me to send you a text?
Candace.
I wish I had a piece of paper that I can block out Candace's comment.
That's right. We stopped laughing after 2 weeks. Well, that's how long the relationship goes.
I would say, Bishop, the way she talks to me, eye contact, you know, stare at me.
Do what? Did this man say stare at him?
I'm for the stare too.
Man said stare at him.
Bingo, you stare right.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want their wife to have certain words that do something to you? You know what I'm saying? Look me in my eyes and tell me how much you love me. Look me in my eyes and tell me how I'm the best thing since sliced bread. Look me in my eyes, Bishop. I want to look me in my eyes and tell me how she gonna cook that pot of gumbo. I need the communication. It's the affirmation. It's the words. It's a word choice, a word play. The way she speaks to me is the thing that she won't even have to touch me, and I'm ready like a young horse at the Kentucky Derby. You know, if she talked to me right, speak to me right, and yeah, let me leave that alone because I felt the glory. Yeah.
Frank, I'm afraid to ask.
No, I think a continued interest and investment into your endeavors as a man is important. I think that's for all men. That most men, it's something about a woman who shows that not only is she supportive in just being there, but she's invested. She's invested into what you have going on, and so I think that's one way.
Dwayne.
Non-sexual.
Okay, I'm sorry. You know, you talk like an old Baptist preacher, so I didn't know you still had.
I know. Word. I'm sorry. You know, I be thinking and talking at the same time.
Dwayne.
These guys said some really good ones already. I'm gonna say this one. I don't know if you guys said this one. The way she walks.
The way she.
I like a nice.
Unpack that, man of God.
Wow, son. I like this like nice prancy kind of glide. Yeah, kind of feminine, sensitive walk. If it's all manly, like she wear, joggers like me, then I'm gonna have a problem with that. But yeah, the way she walk. Josh said one that I love, the way she talks to me. Especially at the point of adversity.
What if she has a limp?
Candace needs help. I'm done with her. I am so done with her. She is the worst. And we said she wasn't toxic yesterday, Josh.
She's super toxic.
She's toxic. Go ahead, nephew.
I'm done.
Hey, look, Katrina, right with her foolishness.
See, that's our sisters. They worse. Everybody said all the things.
Hey, you see, I didn't answer. Neither one of those questions. So hey, hope she's not.
Go ahead.
Everyone said it. I'm big on smell. I'm big on if she's married to me, how she comes to the bedroom. How she comes to the bed chambers. I love a woman that comes with certain outfits, and I don't mean raunchy stuff.
That's intimacy, though. That's what I'm saying. That's intimacy.
No. I'm not. We're not doing nothing. She just comes into the bedroom like that. I just love how you make our bedroom so much.
It's the pre-warm up to intimacy, though.
Okay, so y'all want to?
You gotta throw that off the table.
I'm downstairs and she getting in the shower.
This is the first sign of senility. He didn't get it.
Yours is going before mine.
No, bro, you way older. You way older than me in trust me.
Anyhow, of course, I love little notes, text messages. I love the stare and the look too.
No, what's she saying? What is that?
That's what Claiborne said. Huh?
Yeah, she was repeating after.
Yeah, Claiborne said the
bed chamber.
That's what your bedroom is called.
Nigga, you so old. Nigga. Nobody called the bed.
We know what you mean.
What I call, and I ain't mess with you. I agree with you so many times.
He freezing. Y'all done made him freeze up.
Anyhow, Josh.
The bed chambers.
Come into
That's pretty funny.
He gone to the chambers. For me, I'm gonna answer this one. For me, it's consistency. That is sexy.
Oh, Bishop, that's good.
That's sexy. Well, y'all know that's one of my favorite words. When a woman is
I
consistent.
forgot that one.
When a woman is consistent before, I'm talking about before you even married to them, you know, and it's just hard to find. I know they say we not, but it's hard to find, y'all, consistency. And I get bored if you don't keep my attention from being consistent. Out of sight,
out of mind.
Out of mind. Claiborne is back with his sexy eyes. Look at him.
Yeah, the comments said, "Come on, hey honey, come on into
What,
the
Claiborne, could you break down the bed chambers?
No, I cannot for you. You go look it up.
Why is it? Are you in the 1600s or something?
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
guess what? Those men were gentlemen, and they knew how to. So yes, I'll be
on that 50 Shades of Grey.
Nigga, you
No.
You on that 50 Shades of Grey?
Hey,
no such thing.
I don't know what in the King Arthur and his knights are you talking about?
Come into my boudoir.
Come into.
Enter in. That's right. Enter in.
Huh?
Absolutely. Move on, Bishop.
Even your generation, tell them come into the bed chamber. Be like
the bed chamber.
Man, you been smoking some dope. What are you talking about?
That woman gonna look at you crazy.
No, she ain't. I ain't never had that problem.
Hey, Dr. Nick said the bed chambers is giving kitten.
All I'm saying, Clay, boy, woman gonna look at you crazy.
No, she
baby, come out of that.
Trust me.
Baby, when you come out of that kitchen, you can put on something sexy and come into the chambers.
I never have to say that. Thank goodness I have women that
put the next do that. Comments up, Marlon.
Next question.
Somebody.
Also, you don't have to say that. They're just gonna come in the chambers already.
Yes. Come on. I date classy women. I love that look to change. Whatever, Bishop. Move on.
Somebody said they like the bed change. It sounds like the.
Y'all can't hear me?
Yeah.
Marlon, tell me she can't hear me.
You say something, Bishop.
Oh, okay.
We hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. She said Claiborne talking too loud. That's why they couldn't hear me.
Melinda.
Hey, Bishop. Hey, Bishop. Why can't we? Hey, we can't hear nobody breathing. We can hear Claiborne breathing.
Y'all make up my mind. Move on, Bishop.
Okay, next question. What can a woman do to make a man feel like? I don't know. This is a good question for us. What can a woman do to make a man feel like the man in a relationship if he makes less money? And the bulk of the bills is in his name, in her name. Y'all want to read it again?
One more time.
What can a woman do? Excuse me, Michael Chambers.
That was a nephew. I ain't say nothing.
Oh, I thought you said something, Michael Chambers. I'm sorry. What can a woman do to make a man feel like the man in a relationship if he makes less money and the bulk of the bills are in her name?
Dang.
Who wants to go?
I'm scratching my head.
I would say nothing. Nothing you can do to make a man feel like a man if he doesn't already feel like a man. He either is a man or he's not. Now, you can do things to try to cut him down as a man, but if you already a man, nothing no one can do to make you feel like a man. You already is that. Now, I mean, things happen. What's the situation? Like Josh said, what if this is a season and things came that way? I think we had this question last week about more money, or it happens. But to make him feel like a man, just don't what's the word, Josh? What's the word? Emasculate him. Just don't tear him down as a man. Just don't, because the bill, the bills is in my name and house is in my name. So yes, that's what I'm saying. Just don't throw it up in his face. But other than that, he himself has to feel like a man, and you you agree with that by not destroying him because of those different things that's going on in the marriage. That's what I would say.
Now, Bishop, I want to say something that's totally comedic, and it just came into my head. If that's the situation, I say to the woman, increase that man's allowance.
You're wild. You wild.
Increase his allowance. That'll make him feel better.
Oh, man. You're right. I would say value him in the intangibles.
That's good.
You know, if you can't value him with the intangibles, respect, honor, love, dignity, preference, treat him like he is your man, treat him like he is your king, then oftentimes he'll never have no problem with how much money you make or you making more money than him. But you have to value him in the intangibles.
Say it again.
Yeah.
That was good. Say it again. That was good.
Yeah, I would.
He didn't hear me.
Oh,
Bishop Jackson, you didn't hear Dwayne. Bishop Jackson, can you hear us?
Oh, what you say, bro?
I said, say it one more time.
Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because money is tangible. But the thing is, if you can value him in the intangibles, he won't care about that money.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say you it's tough, right? Well, I think the first thing a woman has to realize is that for most men, when our money ain't right, we ain't right. So you have to understand the mentality of a man that's already feeling a certain way because his money ain't right and yours is. So chances are he's already feeling a way because he's not at a place where even if y'all are sharing bills or whatever, the majority of the bills are in your name and he's not making as much money. So I would tell a sister to understand the mentality of that man, that he's already most likely feeling a little bit less, that self-esteem is not as probably as high as it could be. And because of that, I would tell her to be intentional about speaking to the king in him, like be intentional in really motivating and inspiring him. I'm not saying that you can make him feel like a man because a man is going to be a man regardless, right? But you can do things that really makes the environment of the household feel conducive to not only him becoming better, doing more, but not feeling like at the first sign of an argument. Because women, y'all good at this. At the argument, you know that tongue, y'all mouths are real slick. You know, it's amazing. Not like Frank said, y'all get married and your mouth get tired, but they don't get tired of talking. But I'm saying, like you really don't when you have an argument, don't bring up his inadequacies. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring up the things that are inadequate in him. Don't bring up the things when it comes to the money, because again, I'm telling you, he's already at a place where he does not feel his best. So as AJ was saying, listen, you got to speak to that king. You gotta harp on that king. I know a lot of y'all, me and Bishop was going back and forth in the room earlier about, a lot of these women talking about they don't need a man, don't need a man, don't need a man, don't need a man, all that other foolishness. But listen, you're gonna have to literally find the things that he's good at, even in the places where he's lacking now, and highlight those things and praise him in those things, right? Because it creates the environment to where he does not feel less than. And if he is a real man, he is already doing everything in his power to get back to a certain level of income, trying to get back to a level. So you want to, and I know people say, well, I ain't got to do all this and I ain't got to do that. Listen to me. The best version of a man is a man that you have learned to stroke his ego. Don't listen to this independent woman foolishness. Well, I ain't got to say this and I ain't got to say that. Listen, stroke that ego.
Bingo.
That's all I'm saying.
Bingo.
Can we
Bingo.
Go ahead, Frank. Go ahead, Frank.
I'm sorry, Dwayne. I gotta say this.
Go ahead, man.
I don't like that term when it comes to men stroking their ego.
I'm like, what? Why
Because
does
it
it sound sexy?
suggests no, because we never hear the term stroking a woman's ego. It's affirmation. It's affirmation. It's words of affirmation and support. So why when it comes to being positive or building up with your language with a man that is stroking his ego, I think that's counterproductive within itself, because normally when we think of someone having an ego, it's a negative thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? And then the second thing I was
That's what I meant, Frank, right here. This is what I meant right here. Denise.
Yeah.
Gas him up. Wrong word choice, but gas him up. That's a better way to say it.
I don't even know if I like gassing up.
I love gassing up. Why
I don't
you
even
like
know,
gassing up?
because gas
Because
is.
Go ahead, Frank.
Go ahead, Bishop.
No, because what he's saying is those connotations, those are, it's not as positive as it is as a woman being affirmed. Why can't we affirm a man too? It's not a female. That's not a female connotation.
But Bishop,
Frank, but it's hard he's saying, but it's true.
Listen,
that's
I'm with you. I'm with you with the affirmation, but what I'm saying is, men usually need a little more.
We need to cut that out. We need to stop that. We need to stop it.
Listen,
we need to stop it. We need to stop it. We need to stop it. Stop it tonight. We need to stop it.
Frank,
no.
If that man is already feeling, I'm telling you. Listen,
and then that was my second thing I was getting ready to.
Got it.
That's what I'm saying.
That was my second thing I was getting ready to.
Frank, did you hear what Claiborne said?
Frank? I heard what he said. That was my second thing I was getting ready to address. When we speak on this matter of a woman who makes more than her man, we always talk about the man as if he has nothing going. He's just broke down person. He can't fend for himself. He can't take care of himself. When let's just throw some numbers out there. Let's say, for instance, he's making $70,000 a year working a corporate job or whatever, but she has her own business. She's making 150, 200,000. That man ain't broke. That man ain't broke down. He's able to sustain himself. So why, when we talk on these terms of a woman making more, it's always the man needs to just sustain him or support him until he gets on your level. Remember, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, that a lot of black men would never financially, a lot of them, this is the reality, ladies. I hope y'all hear me good. A lot of black men would never get to your level financially right now and today, because that's just the way the world is set up. America is set up for us right now.
Right.
That on average, most black women out earn most black men. That's just reality. So why, when we talk about this aspect, is always that the man is he's broken down already. Okay,
Bishop threw a caveat in there. He said, and all of the bills was in her name. Isn't that the question? One more time, Bishop. That's why we went to that route. Because I agree with you, Frank. Everything you presented, I agree. The caveat was when all of the bills is in her name. So we have to imply here that he's not at a point to at least take care of some bills in this matter.
Man, he broke
all of the bills.
Just because the bills in her name don't mean he ain't paying none.
Well, I mean, that's true, but for the sake of this question.
It's a broke man.
Yeah, for the sake of this question, Bishop phrased it like that for a reason. It's pretty much saying, hey, he's not a bad dude, but financially he's not where he could be to be, quote unquote, the provider. So I think all of you guys offer something amazing. I kind of want to offer something else, right? Because based upon the question, Frank, Josh, based upon the question, I would say if that woman is financially stable, let's give something tangible then. Why not at least have a conversation to be open to helping him fix what financially is broken? Because if you want him to get somewhere, if you want him to be somewhere, why not expose him to the resources that you may have had to be where you are right now? Is that making sense?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so because oftentimes I think that people who are in certain seats, whether it's the man or the woman who make more income, most of them expose the people that have less than to the resources that they have, so that way they can come up to a place that is necessary. Can I go one step further? Josh is translucent, I'm transparent, so I'll be transparent because only in Dwayne's fashion, I couldn't be anything else. I remember when I was in a rocky season financially, and I'll give this. The young lady that I was dating at the time, she knew that I was pursuing greatness and I was trying everything that I can, to the point when we would go out, she would make sure that she put either certain money in my pocket or put the card in my pocket so that it didn't look a certain way every time we went out. I know we don't want to have these real kind of conversations, but I've been delivered, so I can have these real kind of conversations.
Happened to me.
And the truth be told, that didn't matter to me. But what she said to me was, I never want you looking a certain kind of way. I know what you're doing. I know what you're grinding towards. I know how you're making it happen, but I never want you looking a certain kind of way. And I was like, whoa, that was big for me. So if I can offer anything to this question, I would say, hey, ladies, listen, you may not feel comfortable with doing that, but do anything. If he's legitimately grinding and he is trying to do his best, then make sure you just do stuff that doesn't make him look like he is that for the sake of the relationship. Yeah.
She stroked your ego.
Yes. And Josh, what someone said in the show.
No.
Yeah.
Frank, ego, Frank.
It's the same as affirmation. It's
it ain't. It's your self-esteem. It's your feeling of self-worth.
How many times have you heard the term stroke a woman's ego?
You haven't, but here's what, Frank, you got to understand, sometimes words are used interchangeable. What we say, the way we say things to a man,
stroke mine
towards a woman. It's stroking the ego is the same as affirmation. It's the exact same thing. It's just agree. That it's the same thing. When you affirm a woman, all you doing is stroking her ego.
Yeah, but what Frank is saying is we don't say that when it comes to women.
But we don't have to. We don't have to say the same thing to mean the same thing.
We don't have to, but here's the reality. There is some negative connotation behind stroking the ego.
No, but everybody's got an ego.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Yes, it is.
Because when you get into arguments, hold on, hear me out. Because when you get into arguments, what's the first thing they say? I ain't stroking your ego.
You need to.
Because there is a level of negative connotation.
But I'm saying the word ego is not negative.
Yeah, but if it's a man,
stroking his ego,
you better stroke. We can play these games all day. Men gravitate to places where they are praised and honored. I've been saying that on these shows all the time. I'm telling you, men go. So if you got a man in this situation, this ain't a man who ain't got enough money. This is a man that's broke. He don't even the bill's not in his name. So what I'm saying is that you gotta uplift him. Like just telling him you're wonderful, you're a good man. No, you're gonna have to, whatever term we want to use, gas up. Men gravitate to places where they're praised and where they're honored. We gravitate to that. We gravitate, particularly where a man, if he doesn't feel like a man at home,
he going to get it there.
He's going to grab,
and she's going to stroke the ego.
Listen, somebody's going to stroke that ego. Someone is going, and we really arguing about semantics. But really, men gravitate to where they are praised and where they're honored. Even if we look in a religious context, oftentimes when we say, well, why these brothers gravitate to certain things in certain religions and stuff like, because men are praised, men are honored, men are uplifted.
I like that word better. Men gravitate to where they're honored. Women gravitate to who understands them.
I agree.
Say that again, Frank, if you don't mind.
Men gravitate to who honors them. Women oftentimes gravitate to who
Totally agree.
understands them or say they understand them.
Totally agree.
Right.
So
That's good.
let me say this.
received.
The word ego means a person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance.
Yes.
You're stroking their self-esteem.
Yes.
You still don't like it, Frank?
I don't like it because we never say it. We just never say it when it comes to women. So I don't like the fact that when it comes to us,
It's the only word that's implied when it comes to a man. Yeah.
It's just, it's a difficult grasp for me. It seems like a shot.
But because men need to be, if we believe that we are originally made in the image of God,
There's male and female.
we know that, but the man came first. What I'm saying is that like I knew Antoine was coming off mute.
Yeah, I could have hopped all over that for you. We could get him on that one. He's not ready.
I said it. Hey, Broderick, I said it, and I looked at. He couldn't help it. What I'm saying is, man, we like to be, and there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying have a God sense about a man. I'm saying, man, that sense of self-worth and that self-esteem, man, for most men, and I'm with you, Frank, it's a lot of things we can do, but for the average man, he is not feeling himself when, particularly, it's one thing when he ain't got it. It's another thing when I ain't got it, but she got it. You know, what that woman did for Dwayne is stroked his ego. Here's the card. You swipe.
That's right.
You sign a check.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You sign a check. You write out the tip.
Well, Bingham, I'm just saying, I just wanted to just add this in there really quick. I think it can only be affirmation if you're affirming the truth, not just what you want somebody to be. Yeah. Because the reason why I agree with what Frank is saying is because I feel oftentimes as fellas, we are addressed as if we don't have it already. So stroking the ego is to basically say, oh, you don't have it. Let me stroke your ego because this is how I want you to be perceived or how I want you to think that I perceive you. Right. When the reality is most men are secure. Most men are secure. Even I know some broke dudes that are secure. Mm-hmm. Like I'm telling you, they feel like they in their manhood. But I'm just saying, like, if you're in a situation with a man, I just would hope that it is encouragement, it's affirmation. It is the same thing you want as a woman you give me as a man.
Can I give you a little pushback, AJ?
Of
Can
course.
I give you a little bit? I don't agree with you 100%. And let me tell you why. Because when you really follow women in affirmation, they affirm things that are not going on. They affirm things that are not true, but they keep saying it till it becomes a part of them, or they hope that it will be. Sometimes affirmation is not always what's going on. Sometimes affirmation is speaking something into existence and keep saying that you are a good man or a good woman, and keep saying that you're going to be successful and I'm going to be happy and I am beautiful and I am. They and some of it is true, but not all of it. You really go through, because we do affirmation every morning in our prayer room. You know that we do affirmation, and some of the affirmations are not what's actually happening, but you keep speaking it till it become a part of you. That's what real affirmation is. I do affirmations every morning myself, and there were things in my life that I have said over the years that was not there in the beginning, and yet there's still some things that I want to be there going forward. So I would say, even with stroking, I've had a woman tell me that you are a good man, you're going to be something, you're going to be successful. And it wasn't there at that time. I had a woman do me, several women do me like Dwayne, put money under the table, handed me money in the car, gave me the card, and do all those things. But they kept saying, when I was down on my own self, because I didn't have a high school diploma, a college degree, I used to beat myself up about that. but it was women who taught me how to affirm that in spite of that, I was somebody. So it's not always there. And I only got a small pushback, but I don't think that you can stroke someone's ego. You can speak into someone's life, even if they're not there. Because she can simply say, baby, I got all the bills in my name now, but you're going to have them in your name, or you're going to do this. And it may not be that right now, but she's speaking futuristically to him. I think sometimes
I'm sorry, for laughing, because I was over here thinking, like, what if you respond back like, hell no, I don't want the bills in my name.
He might say that was cool. That was good.
Boy, you wild, boy.
She's like, one day the bill's gonna be in your name. He's like, oh no, it ain't.
Then she'll be a Bishop's Live.
What else you got for us, Bishop? I know you got.
So if y'all would like the video, like the YouTube, right, Frank? Everybody like.
Yes, we need everybody to like the video.
How many we got now?
I'm seeing 95.
It's 220.
I know.
What is it for y'all to like, y'all?
I don't know. I don't know what the problem is.
Just hit the like button.
Maybe they don't know how.
It's a disobedience.
I think it's some people that don't know how, for real.
Yeah, it might be some people.
We gotta give a tutorial. Maybe we can create a little chart and throw it up in the slide before we start that. Show them how to do it.
Or it's a disobedient spirit.
No, they're not. They ain't disobedient. They ain't disobedient because they're about to be obedient.
Oh no,
we have 103
they're
now.
They're not being disobedient. They get ready to be obedient. So
affirm them, nephew. Affirm them.
We love them.
Okay, so next
Stroke
question.
their ego.
Yes, when a woman says that to me, I just didn't get in that guy because that triggers me. You mean stroke my ego?
I be stroking,
and they never say it. They never say it in a kind conversation. It's always an argument. Ain't nobody stroking your ego. I ain't those people that huh?
You know what you should say to them when they do that? Because that's my point. That's why me and AJ and yourself are agreeing with Frank, because we like most of the time they only say it in an argument. Like, I ain't stroking your ego. And I'm like, okay, no problem. I won't stroke yours tomorrow when you get up and you want to know how beautiful you are at this gala.
Hey, Bishop, I'm just going to say this last thing about it. You can't stroke what you want me to be, but don't know how to affirm what I already am.
Whoa.
That's why I can't get with it.
Hold on. Say it again.
I can't get with it. You can't stroke what you want me to be, but not affirm what I already am. Because then it makes me feel like a boy. Like I'm becoming, like you're stroking my potential, but you don't know what I like. If you can't affirm what I already am, then don't stroke my ego because you want to speak to my potential. That's all I'm saying.
I need all of it. Affirm who I am and stroke my ego.
No, don't stroke my ego. Don't tell me that when you're mad. Okay,
right? I receive that.
You don't stroke it when you ain't mad.
Yeah,
I be stroking.
Stroking. Yeah, don't say it in no. And here's the other part, and I'm done. We're going to the next question. Ain't nobody gonna be stroking your ego like them church people do.
Oh
yeah, they say your little groupies. I'm not one of your little groupies.
But see, like Big said, that's how you lose it. That's how you. And that woman lost you, Bishop.
Ladies, y'all need to lean in on that. Don't be telling the man I ain't gonna be stroking your ego.
Don't tell him that.
How would you feel if we say? How would you feel if we say we ain't stroking, we ain't affirming you? You have a fit.
Right.
Yes, they will.
Yeah, we don't care about your emotions.
Right.
I ain't gassing your head up like them other people do.
Ain't nobody saying nothing in here.
This is Catholic church today. This
You
is
talking?
Is being in love a requirement for marriage?
Ooh.
Antoine can't wait to answer that.
Did last.
No.
Bishop AJ, that's on you, Doc.
Did you like the way we all came to you, Antoine?
Say that again, Bishop. What's your question?
Is being in love a requirement for marriage?
No, love is something that you build. I think you should be in the general ballpark of love, right? But the reality is you build love. You built that with somebody.
Heck, do you like me? I don't even care about the
right.
love. People say I love you. I just did a video on this, and don't like me. Can you?
That's the bad part right there. That's what
I
my
don't want you.
The thing is, what's your love language? No, do you like me?
Right.
That's
what's your like language?
That's what my book is about.
Antoine.
People love you,
I don't
but
want
don't
you.
like you.
Yeah, I don't want you to be in love. I want you to love me.
Yeah.
Well, I like what Bishop said. Bishop, why is it so important that the like piece be there?
Because I've seen so many people, say they love you, but they don't really like you. You got to like my ways too. I said this earlier. Bingham was on there, and I don't know if Prophet was there when I said it, but I'm something else to get along with. I know that.
Yeah, I was there too.
I know.
I was there when you said that.
Yeah, I'm something else. For a woman that's going to deal with me, she got to be a strong woman, like for real. No, I know that she got to be a strong woman because I'm going to have my moods and all that stuff. So, can you like me doing that?
Well,
You
consider all the goodies.
Melinda, didn't nobody ask you nothing.
What did Melinda say, Bishop?
And actually, Josh,
you
her.
mentioned her earlier.
What?
Did I give her a compliment earlier?
Oh yeah, he did. He did, Melinda. He said.
I said Melinda's one
he
of
said
the
he can
few
find a
ones
wife like you.
that she pays me no attention. I can rant and rave and stomp, and she pays me no mind. That is the kind of woman that is going to have to be able to deal with me. You got to pay me. Dr. Nick, watch it.
But Bishop,
I didn't know you saw that.
I need her to like me.
I need her to love me.
But I need you.
Did you say
like
you need
AJ
her
said.
to lust you? Did you say that?
Love me. I said I need her to love me.
My God! I thought
If I'm married, I need that too.
Yes.
Need that too. I would say, Bishop, I definitely want her to like me. But
somebody asked Bishop, so you need to be ignored.
But I still think the love piece is something that we do. I don't believe that being in love stuff like that's so subjective. But when we look at love, even from a biblical context, it's something that you do, right? So I need her to like and to do love to me.
Whatever.
Right. I need that. I need to see that. I need to see that on display. That whole being in love thing is, that's fickle. I think you can get to that, but I think as long as someone likes you and likes, this is another part we don't talk about too, Bishop, when we had these conversations, likes all parts of you,
Absolutely.
Not just pieces of you.
Absolutely.
Because there's a lot of times people will fall for or like a piece of a person or in a certain context. They like when you do your videos. They like when you flow when AJ is in his creative vein, right? And all of that type of stuff. But what about the pieces of me that everybody don't see? Right? Those pieces that are very near and dear to me, but everybody is not privy to seeing. Can you still like and choose all parts of me? And I think that the trick here is to find somebody that likes all parts of you. I know we say seasons and that's fine, but I like every dynamic of you and still chooses you on a daily basis. Because I think what happens is we find somebody that likes a good part of us and we latch on to those people until they see that other part, until they see the other piece. And then they're like, hold up, I chose you at that part, but I didn't know about this piece. I didn't know about this vulnerability. I didn't know that you had this struggle. I didn't know that you was this weak. So I think that for me, I think that you can, like, love can be built, but the liking piece is so strong, and someone doing love, giving you all of the not just the signs, but treating you with love, being long-suffering, sacrificing for you, prioritizing you. I think all of those things are more important than just this mystical, when we say this mystical feeling that I'm just in love And you ever had a conversation with someone that said that you had to ask them a question? So what does that mean? I'm in love with him, but what does that mean? And they could not articulate what it is because they only looked at it from a perspective of a feeling and an emotion and not an actual action that they did. So for me, I need that like. I need you to like all parts.
I'll be right back. Y'all keep talking.
I agree with you, Bingo. Here's where I'm at. I think that not this superficial love that people say, and the more that I do counseling, coaching Bingham, the more when I go through my book, the more my new book on marriage in the pandemic. The reason why I wrote this new one is because I find that there's so many couples love each other, but they don't like each other. When you like your family, like your friends, people who you like, you have long suffering. Here's why I think that you need love. I don't want you to fall in love. Anything you fall for, you're gonna break something. But I think love is important going into marriage because the real love that I think most people don't have, it makes you stick and stay. It makes you understand the assignment, which is the new statement that people are saying. When you love me, do you love me? Not just. I'm with you, Bingham. People wrote in the comments. They say this has been something that's going on here because Bingham and Claiborne has agreed so much tonight. Right? So they comment. But here's what I would agree with you. I need both. I think I need both going into the marriage. I don't want someone to. Bishop AJ, I agree with you that the love I start with grows. I do think love grows. I think love, it has to. I want it to grow. I think Bingham said it earlier. I want you to love me more and more. The more you with me, the more, and you can love somebody and not like something that they said or not like their ways. But I do think I for me think that it should start off with like and love, because that gets us to the marriage piece. But I do think that it grows. I don't want you to love me on the same level that you did in the beginning. I do believe in the growth of love. But I don't know if it's a requirement, but for me it is. If we look at the overall scheme, I guess you could do the contract thing y'all said earlier, and you probably don't need love in that situation. It's just a contract here. But I think for marriage, for me, I need both pieces, and then let's grow to loving each other more over time. So I would take both Bingham and AJ pieces and merge the two together. And then I think that will make marriage. I don't know. I think Frank would be the only one that didn't answer.
No, we all didn't really answer.
Dwayne
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, nephew.
Go ahead, Frank. No, go ahead, Frank.
I think love should definitely be something that is needed. Like Claiborne said, basically love covers a multitude of faults. So a lot of things that we go through, love is what covers us until we recover.
Ooh, that's good.
And
that's good.
And so I think it's definitely needed, but it's not all.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not all.
Right.
I think most men can attest to the fact that you've been loved. You've been with someone who loves you before. But honor and respect mixed with the love takes it to another level.
Absolutely.
That when she loves you and also honors you and respects you, it's just puts her on another playing field than other people. So yeah, love is needed, but that's not all for marriage to make it work. I think that's where I'm at. Dwayne.
Man, that's a tough question for me, and I would just keep it short. So I'm probably gonna stand alone on this one. I'm wondering, is being in love, why would it not be important for us to have, right? My avenue would be, I think that we haven't necessarily done love right. And so I think we lean more towards the like, and we lean more towards what, you know, what we feel kind of like is the appropriate place for us to be for love to work. But I really think at the core of who we are, we haven't necessarily loved properly because, and I'm guilty of it as well. We haven't loved properly because, unfortunately, we haven't executed it right. And I think that if many of us started executing love right, I think that we would probably change the tune of our voices just a little bit, even in the bad relationships, whether we did something or whether the other person did something, they didn't execute it right because I think it was love. Love for a lot of people was formality. It was form, but it wasn't really governed. And if we had, and governed may not be the best word, but if we had really governed love within ourselves in the proper format, I think we would have been able to show it differently, because then you got to ask yourself this question, and I'm done. Those people who say, oh, I fell in love with it, and they're working and they're still working. They didn't use the word like, they used the word love. So I think it's going to vary for different people and how we really give to that word love.
Everybody
Bishop?
else?
Yes.
So tonight I want to end on a different note. I had no idea. Time flies when you're really having fun, like for real. We haven't done this in a long time, and I want to do it tonight. Those of you that desire to be married, in just about 7 minutes, because we got to be off here before 12 or we can't re-air this. We're going to pray for you. I want you to be honest that you want to be married. It's 32 days left in this year. And I'm serious about sowing seed where if you see a harvest, there's a seed that's attached to it in anything. Show me a harvest, I'll show you a seed that was planted. Show me a seed, I'll show you a harvest that was produced from the seed. So tonight, if you desire to have a great marriage in the future, if you desire to be married, tonight I want you to sow that tonight. I want you to sow whatsoever man sow. Whatsoever man sow, that shall he also reap. So I want you to sow what's left in the year, a seed of $32. Believe in God. Because you do know you can meet somebody like between now and Christmas. And by this time next year, you know, some of y'all are in relationships and you want them to get on their knee and propose. You know, you're tired. You've been in it for a minute. Whatever your relationship status is and want, you sow there. So if I could get if I could just get 30 of the 210 to do that, I would really appreciate it tonight. And I want you to sow into whatever relationship status you want to be successful single, that's fine. Whatever it is, $32. If I can just get really, if I can get 30 of y'all, we'd be good. We'd be done. Like 30 of the 203 that's here. And I don't want to do no long push, no long nothing. Y'all help me out to get out of here, so that we can get off of here. All right, just start sewing and just put in there a check mark and say done. Just put a check mark in there saying done. Cash App, $ Greg Davis 10. PayPal, contact Greg Davis. And Givelify, they're all there. I don't want to really reiterate like you can't read. You can read. So if you would do that tonight, I'd gladly appreciate it. Supporting the men for 60. What is it, Broderick?
It's 69.
69 weeks. Why don't you
Straight.
do that? 69 weeks straight. Let's do that. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Broderick. This morning you sold. Kimberly, thank you for 45. Thank you. Somebody get 25 earlier. Thank y'all. Let's do it like popcorn. Thank you, Grace. Song 45. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Let's sow tonight. There's even a few of y'all that would give 132. You say, you know what, you all have helped me spiritually, but believe tonight. Thank you. I can't pronounce your name. Al Habaya. Thank y'all, Chelsea. Thank you, Sonia Brown. What do we do with the money? I give it to the guys in Marlinda. Hardly ever on Monday nights is there much left over. I'm good because it promotes the brand, and I just love this. It promotes the When the Right One Comes. You buy my books, and some of y'all even registering for the masterclass as I'm sitting here. I don't know if it's y'all, but whoever, God provides. So keep putting them checks in. Let's go, y'all. We ain't got but a couple of minutes. Successful marriage. I see you. Let's go. 32 days left. Some of you can give 132. An effort for Bishop. Thank you. I can mess up some names. I don't care if they call Sonia. I'll mess it up and say Sonia. I mess up some names. Y'all come on and give tonight. This panel is amazing. It'll be 70 weeks next week. We need to see who's had a show the longest on here consistently every week. I'm sure Angelica's checking it out right now. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Some more of you that will sold on tonight. $32. Some of you can give more. Miss Taylor, thank you. Thank you. Paula. Thank you. Talia Duncan. Thank you. Bree. Thank y'all. Just some more of y'all that would give that $32. Thank you, Jasmine Reed. Appreciate you. Jasmine Reed. It's still 189 people on here. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Thank you, Angelica. 30-2. It's been a long day. I look forward to Tuesdays. They're not as long. Just a few more, y'all. That you appreciate, you will give to. I said, Jasmine, thank you. If I can just get 15 more y'all to do that, we are out of here. Or we're going to have to edit the video. Just a few more, y'all. 15 more, y'all. If you give $32. If you're doing this, say, I'm coming, Bishop. I'm coming. Put that check in there. I'm coming. Hold on. I'm coming, Bishop. Thank you, Marlinda, from behind the scenes. Appreciate you. Isaac Moore, thank you. All right, everybody else give $10 or $20. Everybody. They gave. That's what they're saying. The checks done means that they gave. They're giving. $10. Everybody else 10, 20. your best seed tonight to help us reach the top. All right. Father, we thank you. We pray that you bless all those that are given and have the desire to be married. We pray, Father, upon that you would breathe upon marriages, those that are married already, and then those who are sowing for to be married. Honor their seeds today, God. Let us prepare, position ourselves to be the right one for when the right one comes. Let us not get weary in the preparation and the wait. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you, Isaac. $10. You gave again, Isaac? Thank you. All right. One more minute. I'm trying to wait for y'all. $32, Tashiana. $32. $32. Thank you. Don't y'all forget Frank Wednesday night at
9 p.m. Central.
9 p.m. Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. All right. Praying for my favorite designer's family, Virgil, Louis Vuitton, Off-White, owner of Off-White, and the designer par excellence of Louis Vuitton men's. 41 years old, cancer. Yeah, Virgil was the truth. Yeah.
One of the best out there too.
Huh?
He's one of the best out there too.
Oh yeah, he was. He was. All right, y'all. Y'all be blessed, my brothers and sisters. I don't know where we at, but I trust that y'all did the right thing, and the brothers will know in a little while. You know what? I believe this with all my heart, and I'm not saying this because many times I get to make it right, but I believe if the brothers didn't get anything, because they didn't come here. Let me say this. None of these brothers came in knowing they was getting anything. I never say I'm giving you anything. Never said it. Just something we started a while back, and just a little Starbucks money. Broderick just about gives half of his. They all just about give half of theirs. But I really appreciate y'all hanging in there with the young man every week. This is one of them weeks that I say I'm tired. All right, but we came in here and it was one of the best. It was one of the best. Seriously, I didn't know even we were that late. So good night, everybody. We'll see y'all. Don't forget Frank Wednesday
night.
Wednesday
subscribe
night.
To my YouTube channel, please.
Subscribe to his YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed to this one, do both. All right. Let's go, y'all. We out.
Peace.